What's going on, everyone? This is Dark Synth, and here today I have a viewer match review. I posted a post on the community part of my channel asking if anyone that is struggling would like some help and some match reviews so that I could get some advice and maybe help level them up. So I got two people so far, and the first person I got was Leandro. So today we will be reviewing Leandro. As you can see, he is playing Ken. I did watch this replay beforehand, so I kind of know what I'm gonna point out during the match. But starting off, so he jumps immediately, which is kind of something you don't want to do at the start of a match. It's risky, and if someone is on point with their anti-airs, much like this Honda was, you're gonna get anti-aired. So that fireball was good. It was at a good range, but the Honda just happened to guess. That was a good drive reversal. So right here, you're kind of going backwards. And versus Honda, you want to push him to the corner. So you backing away is just giving up pressure. And right there, I'm pretty sure instead after you could have just done like standing heavy punch or maybe even a drive rush. And again, you're backing up, and you do here, if you're looking at your inputs, I noticed you do light Dragon Lash, and that's unsafe. And you can tell this Honda punished you for it. So if you're gonna do Dragon Lash, do heavy, but I wouldn't rely on it because it's very slow, and as you climb up through the ranks, people will start to react to it and perfect parry it or drive impact. So I don't know what this DP was, but right there you missed an anti-air. Good thing he didn't push a button. He just went for an empty jump throw. So I get what you were trying to do here. You're trying to do walk up, crouching forward or low forward, but he just happened to time a jump in after. It's just bad timing, so something like that, there's really not much you can do about. And right here, after the forward throw from Honda, he does drive rush low forward, and you try doing wake up light DP. In this instance, you should try to perfect parry his low forward, so that way you could turn throw him in the corner and, you know, put the corner pressure on him. And just something you don't want to do is wake up with something that doesn't have invincibility. If you are going to wake up, which you need to do scarcely, use meter, use an OD reversal. So, okay, here, so after he gets his confirm, this was good. The walk up forward, walk up into low forward drive rush, this was good up until this part. So you were only +2 after drive rush standing medium punch. So what you should be doing is frame trapping with lights, because you tried frame trapping with Ken's standing medium punch, and that's, I believe, 6 frames. Which a 4 frame will beat that, because that only makes your medium punch 4 frames. Or I think it might be 7 frames, but he beats you cleanly, obviously. So if you're only +2, you want to frame trap with lights. +1 to +2, frame trap with lights. So another thing I notice you do when you're in the corner, you get scared. Whoops. And you tend to jump back a lot, and a good player will just walk up and anti-air you, or just wait for you to land and then walk up and hit you. So you need to be a little more confident in your corner game, because this shows you're not confident at all. You're trying to jump all willy-nilly. What you want to be doing when you're in the corner is trying to inch your way out. If they walk back, walk forward. Take that space. That was a little bit of a random DI. I accidentally hit fast forward. So you space him out with this crouching medium kick perfectly, and then he whiffs a standing heavy punch. What you could have done was reacted with a standing heavy punch of your own and whiff punished him. Whiff punishment is very important to get out of platinum. So definitely work on your spacing, because right there is a perfect example of a spacing trap. You do crouching medium kick, sure, you're -6, but the spacing that it leaves you at obviously made it to where Honda whiffs with standing heavy punch. So setting stuff up like that is important, because if you had known he was going to press a button, you could have reacted, walked up a little bit, and did standing heavy punch into drive rush, and then went for your combo. Or maybe not drive rush, since you only have 2.5 bars here. But yeah, just try to be a little more passive, and he's jumping at you a lot. So you need to get your anti-airs down for sure. Just go into the lab, practice anti-airing, just to get that muscle memory in. Now, I wouldn't recommend throwing a fireball round start, because Honda could have done a headbutt, or EX headbutt, or EX butt slam, or he could have just jumped. And I don't know if he would have recovered in time, but if you're going to throw a fireball at the start of a round, you need to be prepared for your opponent to jump. Especially an EX fireball, because they have less recovery, so you should be able to react in time and anti-air them. Now, I wouldn't recommend walking back against Honda, because you're just giving him more space to do what he wants. No, that was good. So you're mixing them up, go for the walk-up throw. And right here, you could have confirmed. So, +5 on counter hit. You could have confirmed into drive rush, because heavy punches have a lot of, active and recovery frames. So, you can confirm into drive rush or whatever. But you're +5, so you actually could have went into like a jab and then DP as well. So just try to convert your combos more, because that way you can keep up the advantage. But instead you go for a crouching medium kick into unsafe Jinrai pressure. And then you do, I don't know if you were trying to punish his headbutt, but headbutt's generally safe. So if you look at the Honda headbutt, show the. So yeah, he's jumping a lot. So you should have tried to take note of this earlier on in the set, so that way you can be more prepared to anti-air him. Again, if you're gonna wake up with something, use meter, but at this point you have the life lead. So and you only have like not even a full bar of drive, and that's not good. So honestly, you should have just taken the pressure, or tried to parry his meaty pressure. But this worked out for you. Okay, so this was a bad fireball, and I'll explain why. And it all has to do with the spacing. So you get forward thrown and you back roll. Now look at this spacing. If you're gonna throw a fireball, you kind of want to do it at more of a unpredictable range, so maybe a little closer, but also you don't want to be predictable with your timing. A good way to throw off the timing for your opponent is to just like throw some jabs, like whiff some jabs, and then wait, and then maybe next time whiff a jab and then throw a fireball immediately. You can't be predictable, especially at the higher ranks. So he gets a jump in and do a level 3 combo. And now you're burnt out in the corner. And again, you jump back. Now that's kind of a valid choice since you're in burnout. But instead of jumping back, you want to jump forward so that way you get yourself out of the corner, because you definitely don't want to be in the corner against a character like Honda. So if you are going to try to jump in the corner, it is a valid strategy. Just don't jump back. Try to jump forward so that way you're out of the corner. Now this Honda was just being silly and parrying for too long. That was a good answer. So, one thing I'm going to hammer home against Honda specifically is perfect parrying him. Because you can't be letting Honda get away with stuff like butt slam and headbutt. Mainly those two moves, because like Honda is the perfect parry machine. You should be perfect parrying him as much as you can. Mainly his headbutts and butt slams. Oh, that was good. You got your crouching medium kick. See, you're jumping back though, and you're kind of putting yourself in the corner. And that's something I done when I was a lower level player. Try to move forward more than you do backward. Like, it's still good to move backward to know, play that spacing game. Just don't put yourself in the corner. And that was just bad timing. Again, if you're gonna throw a fireball, try to do it at more of an unpredictable range. So that was a good side switch. You just messed up your combo. You should have went with DP. I think you're too anxious too. One thing I noticed when you block stuff, you like to try and take your turn back every time. You don't have to try and do something after you block something every time. Just be patient and watch what the opponent does. Had you not done a crouching medium kick here, you would have been more prepared to anti-air him instead of, just trying to go for a normal to take your turn back. So definitely you did catch him with the perfect parry, but you didn't get anything. I think you could have done a throw or a jab. And a random DIs, try to get that out of your repertoire too. Because a lot of better players will react to that and blow you up. And see, every time, and you were in burnout, and Honda was +4 here, and you tried pressing crouching short. If you're in burnout, just don't press buttons at all after your opponent's turn, unless you know for a fact they're gonna keep their pressure up. Maybe you could do like a level 1, but try not to mash when you're in burnout. It's not a good thing to do. Here, instead of walking back, you need to walk forward. Walk forward and block. You're just kind of giving Honda the chance to really end the match at this point. Like, I get you're trying to get his, butts or headbutt, but So, okay, he's headbutting you. He goes for DI. DI is actually slow enough to where you can react with a jump. But if you have your mental stack in too many places, like you jumping in the corner right here, you're worrying about his headbutt too much instead of getting chipped out or getting DI'd into the corner and then dying. In this game, you kind of have to prioritize things. And here, I don't know how this works. You convert. That was a good cross up. Instead of going for the meaty, I would have went for a throw. Okay, he tried to go for a throw tech, but even then that still would have reset neutral. And he goes for a EX headbutt. So paying attention to the player's habits, depending on where their health is super important, because they will do things that you would not expect. Like if some players, if their health is low, they will like to DP on wake up more. So things like that you need to be cautious of and pay attention to. But that's it for this video. I hope this advice heeds you well. And whoever is watching this, I hope this is some good advice for you, and maybe you can help break through with your gameplay. But that's it. This is DarkSynth signing out, and I hope you enjoyed, and you take care. Peace.